Welcome back to my channel. My name is Oge, and today I'm doing a top-down analysis with you for the week. What I think price might do. I don't know what price will do. I'm not the market, but just a top-down analysis. Now I have here a significant what buy side liquidity, right? On what on our monthly time frame. And if you look under here, this was the last swing point, and we had a swing low here also. And from our Fibonacci, from this low to this high, price is showing at that we are in what our discount level. That's the first one. There are three rules I was being taught: where is price coming from, where is price at the moment, and where is price going to. Now, looking at this also, we also have an internal structure here where price came from an order block here, sorry, a fair value gap, and took out external range liquidity. Now, what am I looking at? I'm looking at price to come around this level, keep pushing down, because this is a structure on its own too. And I also have a volume. Okay, this week has covered it, but there's also a fair value gap inside here. Now, looking at this very, very well, I also have what? I also have a structure here. I want to be very fast because of time. I also have a structure here as what? As our sell side liquidity. And I have, what do I have here? I have an order block here. Normally people will take this body as order block because it's a full body, but it's an order block here. And I also have a fair value gap on the monthly time frame here, on the monthly time frame here, right? 50% around here. Now also deleting this area mean that prices are the what? At the discount level. Now if I come down to my weekly time frame, I'm waiting for price to do a shift of market structure. That means to do a shift of market to this level up here. But in the weekly time frame, what do I have here? I have a break of structure here, right? And I had an order block here. If you can see it very well with your eyes, there's an order block here, which this candle this week came and tapped in around here. Now we are expecting price to come down to break this low here as external range liquidity, because price moves internal range liquidity to external range liquidity, right? That's what price does. But you can see that price did not close the body, price closed with a wick. Now that's where the whole thing is, because why? This is also a wick, like a box liquidity. Now I'll come down to my daily time frame. On my daily time frame, what do I see? If I look inside here, I'll realize that price has done what? Price has shifted market structure around here, taking out what? Taking out our buy side liquidity around here. You can see that, right? And if I draw it also to look very better than that, I can see that price what? There was also a shift of market structure here. I'll use MSS, and internal here, I'll just call that liquidity too. Let me delete that because this is like liquidity. If you do your trend line, you can see price swept out this liquidity and came for what? And came for this what? Fair value gap around here, right? Now we have a fair value gap, and we also have an order block which price tapped into. So there's a structure here, brick of structure here, and we also have a fair value gap. But now I have to come down to 4 hours, and that 4 hours I have to wait for a shift of market structure until price violates this low, which price have also done it. Okay, there's no shift. Is there shift here? Yes, there's a shift here too on a 4 hours time frame. On a 4 hours time frame, there's a shift there, and price must take the official shift down here, making this a mitigation block. But if I come down to my 1 hour, what am I seeing? On 1 hour too, there's a shift of market structure here. So I'm looking at this zone from here to here for price to come around this level. I'm looking at price to keep selling. That means I'm looking at the dollar price to come down and keep selling. That means I'm looking at any pair associated with the USD will have to start buying, right? Now, if I look at GBP USD, okay, I'm looking around this area here, sorry, around this area for price to come down to this area, since it has a fair value gap and also a breaker block, or there's also a down fair value gap here also. Then price will clear out this amazing liquidity that has been created. See all this liquidity? There's liquidity here, and there's what? There's liquidity here, and there's beautiful liquidity here. So we're expecting more of like a massive buy in the market for those that have associated pair with USD pair. So just keep moving your take profit down. And for gold, Well, we're expecting gold to come down here because if you had looked at gold very well, these are 4 hours order block. Sometimes gold moves independently on its own because more gold is more of bullish, and there was a shift of market structure here. There was a massive shift of market structure here, right? The shift of market structure there, right? And price came down here and kept going up. I'm expecting price, this is liquidity actually. For JPY pair, this is where it comes very scary because I'm in this trade now for a sell, but in my heart I know this price might not sell. Why? But it might still sell because it still has 50% of the daily time frame that price has not gotten to, and there's a fair value gap also. But I'm also looking at this other block, which is getting me really worried, this other block here, because on a 4 hours time frame, that's a very massive other block. But I won't trade that other block till price violates this high here as an MSS. Then I will consider that as a full order block for 1 hour, and I might be looking at this actually here and keep going, or it might still keep selling down to keep going down 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 to the 50% of 1 hour 1 day time frame based on this JPY basket. If you look at JPY basket here, this is 1 day. Can you see this 1 day order block and shift of market structure here? You can see it, right? It has a very big liquidity void that price wants to go and fill up. See all this liquidity void, one, two, I know you can see it, one, two, and three. That's liquidity void on 1 day. And on 4 hours, this is also a liquidity void or expecting price to go and fill up. But there's also a massive candle, which is very funny also, that I'm also looking at. So I'm expecting price to keep buying up. And also, if you look at this 1 hour time frames on 50%, but it's also very scary also. But I'm expecting price to keep buying up to fill out this liquidity void in the market. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah. So if you have any question, ask in the comment section. Today is Monday. I'm not really expecting much. If I lose this trade, in a way, I'm not going to be really be bothered because I know I violated one of my rules trading on Monday, but I saw one of my confidence break of structure on 1 hour and price is still selling. And but this is the other block that worries me a lot. But market is market. If I hit stop loss, we go again. So don't forget to subscribe my channel and ask your questions. Thank you so much.